How to create a contact form using GetResponse.com. Hey everyone and welcome. I hope you're all doing great. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to do so. But first, if you don't know what GetResponse.com is, it's not only for creating contact forms. It's not really necessarily for that exactly. It is actually going to be a email marketing pretty much platform for you to use, and it's going to have a lot of different features, including that specific one, which is creating the actual form. So if you're just trying to create a contact form and only that, then GetResponse is not really the platform for you. But if you're using GetResponse.com for different uses and you just wanted to learn how to create a contact form through it, then this is going to be an easy process. So in case you don't know, you just go to GetResponse.com. Here's the pricing real quick if you want to take a look at them. But you simply just want to go ahead and log into your account. But it does actually offer a free trial, which is going to be a 30-day free trial. So I'm just going to go ahead and log into my account and then show you exactly how we can create that form. Okay, so I just created a free trial just for the sake of this video. And once you're actually on your getresponse.com and you have logged in, you can simply start by creating your form right away, and you can find that either in the main dashboard. You can see it in quick actions here. You can actually see create form or pop-up, and if you don't see it in here, you can simply just find it within the tools option here at the top. If you click on that, you're going to be able to find it underneath build visibility. You're going to find website builder, landing pages, and also forms and pop-ups. This is pretty much where you need to go, so just go ahead and click on forms and pop-ups. Once this loads in, we're going to be able to start our process and create our contact form using GetResponse. I'm just going to wait for this to load real quick. So you can see in this page, once it actually loads in, forms and pop-ups engage with your site or with your site visitors, and you're going to be able to embed them directly on your site or display them as pop-ups, and you can obviously create your forms from here. So it's going to obviously use the GetResponse drag and drop builder to create these sign-up forms. It is going to be a very simple process. So let's just create it and click on create. So here we're just going to select embedded in a page, but you can also go for in a pop-up. It really depends on whichever one that you actually want to go with. I prefer to go for embedded for the sake of this video, and click on next. And we're going to start building our form. Now you're going to have pre-designed templates to choose from, or you can go for a blank template and start here. This is going to be something that is personal preference. So if you want to go for more simple templates like this one, you can go ahead and set this up. If you want to go for more fun templates, you could say, you can also go for these ones as well. Whichever one that you actually want to go with, you can simply just click on use template or full preview first in order to see it. I'm not decided yet. I'm just going to browse a little bit and see whether I'm going to go for a blank one or a pre-designed one. I'm more leaned into using a pre-designed one because it has more elements and I'm going to be able to showcase how to adjust them accordingly. So I'm actually going to go for this one. And for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go for, let's say this one for the time being, and let's just turn this into a contact form. So I'm just going to click on use template, and let's wait for this to load the actual editor or builder, and let's just get to it. Okay, so right now we have our template ready to go. We have a few elements here. We have the actual body itself. We have the spacer. We have a spacer here. We have some text. We have more things here like the actual promo codes, because this is not a contact form. It is more of a promo code one, and it's not what we want to have here. So you have the images as well and everything. So let's just talk about how to edit things that are in our template first, and then show you how to add elements instead of, actually editing them. First thing, let's just delete the things that we don't really need to have. We can simply just do it by hovering over them and just removing them. This is a spacer that right now we don't really need, and a bunch of text here which we also don't need. More spacers here. If you don't need them, you can feel free to delete them. I'm just going to leave this one, and then we have more down here as well. Now to adjust text that you see in front of you, it's very simple. You simply just click on it and it's going to pop up this you could say settings on the right side. So whatever you click on is going to show you these settings for. So this is going to be the spacer, so you can see the spacer's settings. If you click on the body itself, it's going to also show you the background and so on, because this is the actual body. So if it's text, again, just click on it. It's going to show you the settings on the right side, and then you can just feel free to highlight the entire thing and change it to your liking. So let's just go ahead and type in contact form. And you can see that because we highlighted everything and deleted it, it's going to also delete the formatting options. So we want to reformat it to become a little bit better. So I'm just going to highlight the entire thing, which is contact form. I'm going to select the type to become, let's just keep it as paragraph for the time being, but we want to change the font size to become a little bit larger. So let's just go 32. And then from here, you can feel free to change the font as well. It's set to Lato by default, but you can feel free to change it. What else can we do? I'm going to personally make it bold. You also have the ability to make it italics and so on. But then I'm going to also change the alignment to become centralized, and you can feel free to change the color of the text, but I'm not going to do so. And if you want to set a background color, you can also do so by doing that. Right now, it seems quite nice. I'm just going to keep it as it is. And now let's discuss how to change the background for the body. It's, again, very simple. Make sure you highlight the body itself, click on it, and once you click on it, you are going to basically find the proper settings for it. So it's going to have the size, whether it's going to be full or fixed, and if you want it to be that, you can feel free to change that accordingly. So let's just do, I'm actually going to change the image, so I'm just going to make it fixed and change the size a little bit so it is more full. And then if we scroll down, you're going to find the body design, and we can feel free to change the background media, whether it's an image or a video. If it's an image, you can simply replace or click on edit, but I'm just going to click on replace. Upload your own from your computer, so you just want to click on select file or just drag and drop it in there. I'm just going to use this one because it's just a tutorial at the end of the day. I'm not really going to, generate a proper image here. It may make our text disappear a little bit, but it doesn't really make a difference here. Again, this is just for a test purpose. So it did not replace, so let me just make sure I click on use. Otherwise, it's not going to change here for us. Okay, it seems nice. Now we basically know how to adjust things. And again, there's plenty more options here, as you can see. Okay, so now to add elements instead of, actually adjusting them, it is very simple. You simply just want to click on plus or add elements here from the right side. If you click on this, it's going to show you the different elements that you can add. You can feel free to add text, buttons, images, and so on. And you have two different types of forms, sign up form and contact form. Now here's the thing, the contact form, if you drag and drop it here, it's going to have name, email, phone, and message. And the options that you have here are a little bit limited, because if you click on it in order to actually adjust it and click on fields, for example, you're going to find that you can't remove these fields, and there is no possible way for you to actually add new ones. So the contact form, if you're happy with it this way, with the name, email, phone, or message, then you're good to go. If not, you will need to use the sign up form instead. But here, to be fair, you can feel free to change the label. For example, first name instead of just name. You can feel free to change the email, so it is email with a capital E. Same goes for phone or message. You can actually change the labels, but that's about it. And you can also feel free to change whether it's going to be required or not. But let's say you wanted to actually add your own form fields and you are not happy with this, then just go ahead and remove this and go back to the plus icon, which is add elements, and just go ahead and add the sign up form instead, because this is going to allow you to remove and add whatever type of form fields you actually want to have. So here we have contact form, name and email is going to be the default. If you click on fields here, you're going to find that name, we can actually remove it, as you can see, but email we cannot. It's going to always be there because it is a contact form at the end of the day, and you'll be able to contact them through email. But what you can actually do is click on add custom field, and it's going to give you there is plenty of things that you can actually go ahead and do here. So name, birth date, city, comment, company, country. You name it, there's plenty that you can actually go ahead and use. So let's just bring back name and give it the label first name instead. Make sure it is required because it usually is. Click on add custom field. Again, you can feel free to do more things here. For example, if it's birth date, you want to change that, you can feel free to change the label so it is matching with a capital B here, and then we can also make it required if you want to. And you have the rest of these fields that you actually could possibly add if you want to. For example, if you want to ask about their work websites, you can do the URL one and just rename it so it is, work website, whatever it may be. I'm just going to remove it for the time being. And once this is done, we can actually go ahead and exit out of here and see more things. For example, the success view is going to be set up, but subscription settings, if you want to set this up, you have all sorts of things that you can actually set up here. So the different lists that you want to add them to, and also the opt-in confirmation email. If you want to have double opt-in, you can simply turn this on, and there's a lot more to it. And when it comes to design, there's also more things here that you can do. For example, for fields, you can make them small, large, or medium. You can, sharp, soft, or round if you want. It's completely up to you. And you can even change the different colors and stuff. So all of these things are going to be within the design aspect. It's not only about fields, you can change the button, how it actually looks like, and also more things like that. So once this is done, if you're happy with it, you can just simply click on next on the top right corner, and it's going to actually, save it for you. And the only thing for you left to do is going to be embedding it to your website. So you can actually go ahead and feel free to change the name for it first if you want to. And then you can actually go ahead and add your URL where you actually want to display the embedded page, but then you can find the actual form code from here at the bottom. You simply just go ahead and copy the code to your clipboard and basically paste it to where you want your code to appear, or sorry, the form to appear. And this is pretty much it. You can go ahead and repeat the process if you want to create a different one for some reason, and you're good to go. This is how to create a contact form using GetResponse. Hopefully you found this video to be informative and helpful, and thanks for watching.